All right, I'm excited about today because I love radial symmetry and I love mosaics, and I'm excited to do this project with you. So when we come in, we can look at the do now. We're supposed to finish it up. I'm going to actually do something today where you work in groups because our whole lesson is working in groups and working by ourselves. So for our do now, it says, come and look at the artwork of Sonia King. What kind of shapes are in her artwork? Draw them below. So you would draw them below here, and I am going to cover these up because I want you to tell me yourselves what kind of shapes you see in her artwork, and I'll put her artwork on the board. So the A's are going to start out telling the B's what kind of shapes they see in her artwork, and the B's are going to tell the A's what kind of shapes they see. You're going to come together and someone's going to tell me what you guys talked about and what kind of shapes as I walk around the room. So here we go. We're going to start. I'm going to give you a minute. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're back. So I am almost certain when I walked around, I heard that there was some squares. And then there's some organic looking shapes in the middle, like a peanut. That's more organic. And then rectangles. And there's other shapes as well. So I know that I heard them, and I just want to say that that was some good stuff that I heard. All right, moving on. So our objective for today is, it says, I can learn about the artist Sonia King and work in a group and by myself to create a radial mosaic artwork. So here's the radial mosaic artwork. Okay, we're going to create our own. We have 3 goals that we're going to go over during our lesson. One is, did you use the art materials safely and use good craftsmanship? Craftsmanship is how neat and tidy your art piece is. Is there glue all over the place, or did you keep it just in the paper? So that's craftsmanship. We're going to go over that. Did I work in a group and by myself when making my mosaic? So I'm going to be checking to make sure that people are talking to other people and that they are working in groups and working by themselves. Did you use radial symmetry in my radial mosaic? So this is a radial mosaic, and this has radial symmetry. So if you're going to follow the lesson, you're definitely going to get that. The exit ticket, I will go over at the end with you. We'll do it together. The vocab. So here you see radial symmetry, and I'm just going to read it, and then we're going to turn and talk, and you're going to look around the room to see if anything has radial symmetry. So radial symmetry is objects around a circle are the same. So is there anything in the room that have objects around a circle, like her artwork, that are all the same? So I know, for instance, a clock, a wall clock, has the same spacing all the way around, but different numbers. So it kind of has radial symmetry, but not. I know for a fact that when looking at a pie, it has 8 slices. And this is how math kind of goes with art. So this has radial symmetry, okay? Because it's 8 slices and they're all equal in how much room each slice has. The half, the quarters, and then you go into the fractions. Like if I picked 1 slice of that pie, it would be 1/8, right? So math does a lot in art, and I just wanted you to see that because that's our bonus question about the pie and how math relates to radial symmetry. So you're going to look around the room, and you're going to have a turn and talk. Now the B's will start, and then the A's will go next. So when I count down to 3, turn and talk and tell me where you see any radial symmetry in the room through nature or something that's drawn, and go. And we're back. So I heard a lot of cool answers. I'm going to move on with the past vocabulary that goes with the radial symmetry. So past vocab, we have symmetry, which means both sides are the same. And then we have pattern, when an object repeats. So somebody actually brought up pattern to me when we were going over radial symmetry earlier this week, and I thought, I'm going to add that in because my students are so smart. So that's a past vocab word that relates to our new vocab word. So Sonia King, in her artwork, we're going to look at it right now again. After I read this, it says Sonia King's journey as a mosaic artist began as a child when she watched her mother make art. Sonia's fascination for the color, texture, and surface of mosaic remained throughout her life. Sonia King's uses small blocks of stone, tile, glass, or other materials to construct landscape mosaics. She uses a lot of radial symmetry in her artwork. She most certainly does. So does anybody, when you're thinking about yourself and how you relate to Sonia learned a lot from her parents, her mother, and that's why she's into what art she's into today. So she uses her mother as an example of what she's into. So we're going to have a turn and talk where the A's first start out to the B's and say, how do you relate to some of the things your parents do? Do they make you want to do something in your life? And go. And we're back. I felt that was super cool. I loved hearing all the answers. So, of course, if you need anything in Spanish, it's right here. The artist statement that's here, we're going to do that midway through, and then we're going to do another artist statement. It's kind of your assessment and how you feel about your artwork, and we might relate it to the mood board, or we'll relate it to the mood board and what color you are in the beginning and what color you are in the end, because maybe you feel more comfortable. All right, so with this art project, you will have a black piece of paper with a circle on it. This is where we'll put our radial symmetry. You might have some small pieces that are already cut in front of you, but we're going to go over safety because that is one of our things. Did you use materials safely? Did you use good craftsmanship? You have scissors that are smaller for you, but I just want to show you, make sure you are paying attention to how you are cutting. Never have your scissors go near your hand. They're always out this way, straight forward. Make sure your hand is nowhere near your cut. You are always having your thumb inside your scissors, and you are putting, I have 3 fingers in there. Some people use 2 like this, but make sure your fingers are inside the scissors the correct way. And we're going to promise each other that we use the scissors correctly. So I need you to say, I promise that I will use the scissors correctly. I will not touch anyone else with the scissors. I will not cut anyone else's artwork. I will use you correctly, scissors, and I will not do anything I'm not supposed to with you because you are a tool. All right, I think we got it. So when cutting, you are going to cut either strips and make squares. Whatever you're going to make, you have to do it all the way around the circle and fill the circle. So even if you wanted to say you wanted to do hearts, you are welcome to do hearts, but then you would have to have a whole line of hearts. So knowing that, that gives you an idea of what you're going to do. Now, you are going to help each other and take all your pieces that you cut out and the pieces at your desk, and you're going to organize them so all the warm colors are together so that you can make a line of the same colors. And then you're going to put all the other colors like the blues, purples, this would be tan, all together. So I'm going to give you like 5 minutes to sort this out and go. And we are back. All right, awesome. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to apply the different elements, the different pieces of paper with my glue stick. So these are new glue sticks. I'm going to put it on the back just lightly like that. And I am going to pick the same colors for the same line all the way around. Now I might fast forward this so that you're not sitting here watching me do this. But I'm going to go all the way around. I am going to fast forward and use this. I'm using the same color palette. It's just black. And it's a black and white newspaper. It's a little old, so it's a little yellowy. I am still looking at colors. So I'm just going to keep on going and do the whole thing. So you can put your glue in a line like that if you want to. It's a lot easier. These are all my colored pieces. I'm in a little bit of rush because I'm teaching you. But if I had the whole class period, I would have had these all stocked up like this. With the blue. If I'm putting all these blues together, this would be a black and white. All these colored pieces, I can get my mosaic looking. These areas would just be all color. They're from the same part of the newspaper. You can leave spaces because it looks more like a mosaic. More glue. And here is my colored pieces. These came from I'm going to use this because it's more the same. A Reese's. Reese's Pieces are my favorite. And there's my mosaic. So this would be, I would use smaller pieces if I wasn't in a rush, and I would take my time and put everything, but I just wanted to show you how an end result mosaic would look. You can actually keep going if you want around, if you have enough time. If you don't, I would take this, but if you have enough time, go around. So have fun.